Unit 2, Part 2. Female virus writer packs punch. She can kick you in the pants and grab your hard drive cleaner than a dog's dinner plate. So when the young kickboxer and virus writer known as Gigabyte tell you she doesn't want her face on TV, well, you play along. I'll just shoot you from behind, I say, carrying my TV camera across the large mat that covers the health club's gymnasium floor. It's almost time for the 6 p.m. kickboxing class, and Gigabyte is the only woman there. Of course, she's used to that. In the male-dominated world of fighter writers, she stands out. And not only because of her gender, she is also something of a writer writing prodigy. Having started programming at age 6, I figured out how to write a few lines of code in my uncle's Commodore 64, says Gigabyte. Later, I wanted to learn more about programming, so I went to the store and asked for books. The sales people were surprised. It was like, why do you want a book? Why don't you just buy a game or go play? And go play. But games are not very interesting to me. I wanted to learn more how to write real executable programs. So she did. At age 14, she wrote her first computer worm, which took over the shutdown screens of infected users. 2 years later, she wrote a powerful virus that mangles MP3 files. More recently, she became only the second person to write a virus in C, the language of Microsoft's Net platform. So, her so-called spyware, which comes in an email attachment, spreads via Microsoft Outlook email program and infects certain files in computers where the net framework is present. The morning after kickboxing class, I arrived at Gigabyte house at 6:30. She is having tea with her grandmother in the kitchen of a tiny, immaculate cottage. She has lived with her grandparents most of her life, for reasons she declines to discuss. We catch the public bus downtown to her school. Although the bus is packed with other teenagers, she speaks to no one. We walk a few blocks to her school, where I meet her computer teacher. She is a good young programmer, she says, but I do not approve of her virus writing. I know she says she is not causing any harm, and it's true that she does not intentionally spread these viruses, but I do not think it is appropriate, and viruses can cause a lot of damage. Nevertheless, teachers and students are cordial to each other throughout the long morning class. Later that afternoon, Gigabyte walks around the computer room her grandparents have set aside for her, flicking on no fewer than 4 Windows machines. She's comfortable here and full of opinions.